Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking with Auntie Val. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I appreciate you guys stopping by and seeing what is going on in my kitchen, guys. Look, if you guys have not yet subscribed to my channel, what in the world are you waiting on? If you're watching me throw down in my kitchen, why not just subscribe? It don't cost a dime. It costs you nothing to subscribe, guys. But look, I appreciate you watching and stopping by anyway. Look, for today's video, I will be making some country fried chicken. Alrighty. Now this recipe, it's a little different, and I'm not sure if I'll be doing mine the way everybody does theirs, because see, for one thing, you have to marinate your chicken in buttermilk. Okay, so mine has been in buttermilk overnight. But now look, I didn't want to put my eggs in that. I didn't want to put my eggs in it to let it marinate overnight. So what I decided to do is to take the chicken out of the buttermilk, put it into another container, and then whip my egg up and put a little salt in this mixture here, and then put it back into it. Okay, guys, before dipping into my flour with my seasonings in it. Okay, guys, these are all of the ingredients that I'm using. Now look, when you're just doing powders, you can be a little heavy-handed on it. So I put a whole tablespoon of garlic powder in it. And then for my other seasonings, which is, I use a little total seasoning this time, some cayenne pepper, some seasoning salt, and some paprika. Okay? Now for these three seasonings over here, which is the total seasoning, the cayenne pepper, and the Lawry's seasoning salt, I put 1 tablespoon. And for the paprika, I put 1/2 of a tablespoon. I'm sorry, messing up. I only put 1 tablespoon of my garlic powder, and I put teaspoons of the total seasoning, the cayenne pepper, and the seasoning salt, and I put 1/2 teaspoon of the paprika. Okay, and this is what I'm going to mix into with my flour before dipping. Okay, you'll see. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, guys. Look, sit back and enjoy the ride. And if you gotta leave, go get some friends and bring them back so y'all can check me out. Okay, guys? And I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Now that we got all of the introduction out of the way, now what I'm going to do is take my chicken that's been marinating in my buttermilk overnight. I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna put it in this other container. I'm just gonna set it here, okay? Because I want to add in my egg. The egg helps to makes the skin on it crispy, okay? And letting it sit in the buttermilk helps to tenderize your chicken, okay? So we're just gonna take this out like this here. We're gonna set it over here. Set it over here real quick. Now remember, our seasoning is going to be in our flour, okay? And look, the way that you determine as to how much buttermilk to use, you just want to put enough buttermilk over your chicken, enough to cover it, okay? You just want enough buttermilk to cover your chicken so that it all gets marinated together, okay? So now I'm gonna put my 2 eggs in here. I'm just gonna whip these up. Whip this up like this here. You know, you want to whip it enough so that it's not clunky. Sometimes when you're mixing up your buttermilk with other items, it kind of gets a little clunky at times. So just want to make it until it's nice and thin like this, okay? Okay, now I'm going to take my chicken and put it right back in here. I'll put it right back in this other mixture, because a lot of it calls for, like, when you're putting your seasonings and stuff together, that you have to do all of this just before you actually cook your chicken, so that everything stays crispy and, you know, and everything like that. So I cut this is only 2 chicken breasts. The chicken breasts were kind of big, and I just cut them up. It just could have been cut a little smaller, but it's okay. Okay, and pour the rest of the buttermilk back in here. On this like this. We just want all of this to be under our buttermilk and our egg, okay? So once you get that together, we'll rinse this off for now. And we're gonna move this out the way. And this, We'll put those in the trash. Wipe this off. Okay, so now next what we're going to do, we're going to mix up our batter. Okay, don't forget we have the total seasoning. We have our garlic powder. Could have put some lemon powder in here too. And then we have paprika. We have red cayenne pepper, seasoning salt, and yeah, and then our flour. This is like about a cup and a half of flour because I knew that I was going to have enough to accommodate for the chicken I have. Hopefully it's enough. Our oil is on medium. I'm gonna let that get hot, and then once that gets hot, then we'll start on cooking our chicken. Frying up our chicken, okay, guys? Alrighty. Okay, so I think this is good enough. This is all good to go. Okay, so next we're gonna have to do our dipping it. Okay guys, and there you have it. That is how I make my country fried chicken, y'all. And I'm telling you, this recipe is really good. Now look, I didn't want any rice. I didn't want any potatoes with mine. So I figured, you know what, I'll throw in some asparagus and some corn on the cob to go along with it. And it turned out perfectly. And the reason why I switched from my skillet to the deep fryer, because I felt like my chicken, the color wouldn't be even all around and it wouldn't stay as crisp because it kept sticking a little bit in my skillet and whatnot. So, but yeah, and it was really good. And I almost forgot my gravy, y'all. So, you know, I had to share that with y'all. And when I'm saying good, this was a really good recipe, guys. And you guys would like it if you give it a try, guys. Look, if you enjoyed yourself with me today, and if you like how I do what I do, when I do what I do, subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost you a dime. Subscribe to my channel and share my channel with your family and friends, guys. And until next time, bye.